Hey there, Mr. Thompson here with a very quick example of a problem where we're going to balance some chemical equations. Okay, so we have this problem here: C3H8 plus O2 yields CO2 plus H2O. So what does that mean, first of all, before we get started here? We've got one compound of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, and in this compound, however many compounds there are however many molecules of this compound there are, in each one there's 3 carbons and 8 hydrogens. So that's the proportion, the sort of ratio of carbon to hydrogen going in this molecule here or whatever. Okay, so three carbons, 8 H's, and then we have 2 oxygens going in as well. Okay, always in pairs, oxygen. Okay, now coming out after these two mix together, coming out we get a little mix up here. We get the carbon coming out with the O2, so CO2, carbon dioxide, 1 carbon with pairs of oxygen. So for each carbon that comes out, there's a pair of oxygen molecules with it, or oxygen atoms with it, or whatever. And then there's water comes out as well, which is hydrogen, 2 hydrogens, and 1 water. Okay, so we've got these C's and H's and O's going in, and C's and H's and O's coming out a little bit differently, but it's all the same stuff going in and coming out. We can't get, 3 carbons, for example, 3 carbons going in and only 1 carbon coming out. It has to be the same number of each element, each atom or whatever that goes in must come out. Okay, whether it's paired up differently or whatever, it has to be the same number of each. So that's what balancing chemical equations is all about. So basically, we're gonna need at least 3 of these CO2s, and then that will set off sort of a chain reaction of what's gonna come next. So now there's once you get good at these, you can just kind of go for it and play around with it. There's a little method that I like to use when you're not very good at it, when you're first getting started, to sort of visualize. I'm a visual person, so this is how I like to do it. I like to write out underneath, okay, 3 C's and 8, actually write out CCC, 3 C's and then 8 H's. This is sort of one molecule of that C3H8, whatever that is. It's probably methane or something like that. I can't remember. Okay, and then I'm going to do that for each of the other ones. So for O2, I'm going to put 2 O's. For CO2, I'm going to put COO, and H2O is HHO. Okay, so that's a nice visual thing for me. Okay, now I know, like I said, I need 3 C's. So in this thing, there is 1 C. So what I'm going to have to do, and I'm going to do this by copying and pasting, okay, I'm going to need 2 more of these, and that gives me 3 C's now. I've got 1, 2, 3 C's. Okay, it added some O's, but that's alright. Don't mind that. Okay, we'll come back to the O's at the end. I'm going to go to the H's next. We need 8 H's. Okay, I've got 8 H's here. This H2O gives me 2 H's at a time, so if I copy and paste that, okay, then I can get 3 more of those. That's 6 H's so far. I need 1 more. And now I've got 8 H's on both sides. Okay. So the question is, the only thing left is the O's. I've got C's and H's balanced. That's pretty good, but I need some more O's somewhere, because on the right I've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 O's. Alright, so here I have pairs of O's, so I've got 2 already. If I copy that and add basically 4 more pairs, just going to kind of do this haphazardly here. Okay, now I've got 10 O's on the left. So 3 C's over here, 3 C's over here. Okay, 8 H's over here, 8 H's over there. I've got 10 O's on each side, so everything balances out. Now this was a pretty easy one. If you just kind of knew how this works, you probably could have worked it out without writing all these letters or whatever. But some of them are tricky, and if you're not confident, then this, at least for me, I know being a visual person and I like to see everything and see the process, then this makes it work. So now I can just look and see, okay, how many of each do I have? Well, I've got 1 of this C3H8, so I just put a 1 right here. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these O2s, so I put a 5. Okay, I've got 1, 2, 3 of these COOs, so I'll put 3. Okay, and I've got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the H2Os. So I put a 4 there, and I'm done. Okay, there you go. Let me know in the comments or by email if you want some more examples, and I'll be happy to make some. All right, take it easy.